EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
2nd and 12. Now to the air. Locke flushed out right. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards. Flush to his right. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Throwing on first down is Locke. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. First and goal from just inside the 5. First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll try and punch it in. Gordon. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score Broncos 7, Rams 0. Sam Martin set to kick off.
Here's Martin now following the score as he'll send this one away. From the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 right at the 30. A shotgun snap for Goff. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken about 7 yards deep.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
12 yards there and a first down. Now Gordon on first down. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. He's brought down by Terrell Burgess. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
Shotgun snapped a lot. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
And that is incomplete.
Pass intended for Melvin Gordon. Incomplete. It's 4th down.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away.
For the Broncos.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll throw from the gun. Open man, there is Malone. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes, when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. That one a first down pickup of 8.
48-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now a first down throw. Gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. They'll run here with Akers. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have taken the lead. Nice job of polishing off that drive, but all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
McCann's got it teed up. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
It's a gain of...
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. And he's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Locke to throw. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
Jerry Jeudy.
First down Broncos as Locke finds Jeudy.
First down, Denver.
On first down, Locke dancing to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald with a sack.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
28-yard line.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Open man, he completes it to Judy. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. The first update from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. And the Bucs are out to an early lead. I would definitely imagine we'll hear more from that game as we go along. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's got them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
A big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
2nd and 10. Goff again. Smith catches left side. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Goff on 1st down. That's caught. It's Malone. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Goff on 1st down. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Rams add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Locke. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Locke again. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. Sacks, a growing theme in this 1st half. This is 2nd and long. A final shot before half for Locke. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the 2nd half gets started. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Rams take over 1st and 10. At their
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
And a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Gone. They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. He was held without a catch in the 1st half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a 1st down. On 1st down, it's gone. They'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the...
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Complete. Jefferson to target. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Another Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
On 1st and 10, gone. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Jefferson.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Rams add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Tucker McCann set to kick off.
McCann's got it teed up. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Block. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
After the interception, here's Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. His throw incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
he's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. You might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Locke working out of the gun. Got his man. That's Tyrell Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Denver.
Locke looks to throw it again. Got Gordon open, completes it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
24-yard gain.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Broncos.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Into the red zone, it's Locke. And he's got his tight end Fant. Touchdown, Broncos. Noah Fant, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Sam Martin set to kick off.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this carries into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
Calais on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Brings up 2nd and 7. That's the end of the 3rd quarter of play.
2nd and 7.
Rams 35. Broncos 13.
A shotgun snap for Goff. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
1st and 10.
Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Locke. This is caught. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd.
Again, Gordon on 2nd and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown.
Melvin Gordon with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They look to throw. It's Locke. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready.
Set to kick off.
So after the touchdown, Martin now on to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Rams take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Looking here for Smith downfield. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. They're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter, trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Operating from the gun. Lock. They'll fire one downfield for Fant. They will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
To put it mildly, we look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now this one is running back out of the backfield, and they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now a first down throw. Gone. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 25 yards for the touchdown. And thanks to the interception, the Rams offense cashes in for 6. Extra point attempt here still to come. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now.
Rams 42, Broncos 19.
McCann's got it teed up.
Set to kick off.
Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time.
And Rock throws another one. It's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 45.
45-yard line.
Here's Goff. Johnson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Third and 2. Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
First and 10.
So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
The ball carrier.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
And the Broncos first down.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 35. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is now an even 30.
Good. Makes the score Rams 49. Broncos 19. Tucker McCann set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in the end zone.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Another toe for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
And out. 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20.
Yeah, it's on.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. this game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now,
my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. He's at the 50. The 30, 20, 10, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
Broncos 25. Sam Martin set to kick off.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now, Goff. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line.
A loss of 7 yards.
One final try for Locke. He's going to let it fly. And it will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game.
Rams 51.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Los Angeles, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaughan. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Los Angeles, so long, everybody.